Welcome, Taurus, to your love reading for February of 2019. So we're going to start out with the month. The beginning of the month, the Five of Swords, Knight of Swords. So air sign that might be showing up in your life that you might be dealing with. Now there might be someone who you're trying to move away from, or they could be frustrating you. It could be flipped around as well, but I feel like there's a lot of arguments and tensions as you start out the month, and maybe even carrying over from January. The tension is there. Whatever, heated exchanges, a lot of communication, frustrating communication, like too much of it, or just a lot of things being expressed out in the open. It could be on social media, whatever, but I feel like there's some drama that's happening between both of you, and I feel that's what this person's coming or bringing towards you, and they're not liking the connection too much. And I feel for many of you, this is something a bit is strange, because the Nine of Cups to me with the High Priestess is showing up. It's something that's going on behind closed doors and in secret, so to speak. And it's like you don't like it, but you like it. To me, it's like even though you might know that it's not good for you to connect with them in that way, at least they're communicating, at least they're expressing what they feel, at least there's some kind of something that's going on between both of you. And I feel a lot of what's being held back, the High Priestess to me is a really good card, because it's almost like a gift that's kind of helping you to understand what's really going on behind the scenes with another person. If you were to relax, if you were to kind of listen to yourself and to see why things are happening, why patterns are going on, why this person is behaving in the way that they are, or why you might be accepting it. Why do you like it so much? If there's the tension is that heavy, the Five of Swords or the Knight of Swords, that's not good. All right, the ego's getting in the way, a lot of my way or the highway kind of thing, and someone accepted, with the Nine of Cups being there. And then so you got Pisces, and then you have air sign, then we have the fire sign showing up. Your partner, whatever they might be doing, it's almost like you have this connection or frustrating argument with them, and then they go about their business and maybe focus on career. Maybe what you might say that can kind of get them off their feet, or off their off their ass, and then go and do something that they might need to do. But I feel the Knight of the King of Wands is focusing on other people and trying to really stay dedicated to what needs to be accomplished. Your energy, though, this could be a new person, right? But the Devil is showing up. And to me, this is a spark of having a connection with someone that you've been trying to work through a lot of issues with, whether it's an ex-partner or a new romantic partner. The impulse or the sexual desire towards the second week is going to be strong, and if you're not able to connect with them in a way that you want, you're going to be frustrated. I don't like the Devil showing up here, and I don't like the High Priestess. That combination to me is an energy of be careful what you might be getting into, or what you're attracting into your life, from allowing these arguments to fester and to constantly go on in that way. Be aware of that, because when this Devil is showing up now, everybody say it could be a Capricorn. No, that's the sign of that card, but it's not literally a Capricorn. It's an energy, I feel, of fear, addictions, and something that might be unhealthy and very toxic. And you have to, and I feel the Chariot is almost like the car crashing, or things not moving forward because of this energy right here, losing control of the situation, and then ultimately kind of working with that person, being around that person, them being very controlling or telling you what to do, you going along with it, but then again, they're not really listening to you. They hear what you might be saying, but I feel like they might be going through with the program or not really getting it. So for some of you, you might be dealing with an ex-partner, trying to think through things with them, or even if this is someone new, again, you're trying to get things off the ground with that person, but they're not really sure. They're not sure of how to make things go. So that's why you're giving off that same kind of energy. The Two of Pentacles is showing up, not wanting to commit to that person because you might not feel that you can trust them. I feel the Ace of Cups is showing up. A lot of you are still in love with someone who might not be reciprocating or being able to respond to you, equal give and take. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Just because the Ace of Cups is showing up, that is still to me an opportunity for things to grow between both. But when there are too many secrets, someone not being honest, too many arguments over and over again, relationships are going to have arguments. They're going to have a lot of tension that might be there for the purpose of both of you understanding one another and how you might respond. But when is enough enough? You know, when does that stop? Or when does someone take a chance to sit there and listen to you instead of them constantly talking or telling you what to do and not really absorbing what you have kind of trying to get through to them? That might be an issue there. So I feel like there might be towards like the second week, or like going into the third week, arguments and frustration, or someone saying, I don't want to work with you any longer, I don't want to really be in this relationship right now, I'm not ready to commit. And then how you might respond. For some of you, you be careful that what I see here is that you might give some money to this person, or you might ask to borrow something, some kind of money exchange might be there between both of you, and it's almost like to maybe heal the rift, or to make up from the friction that has been there from the beginning of the month. So that is around Valentine's. Be careful about that, having a passionate night, or some kind of encounter, and then both of you have some kind of arguments or disputes afterwards, and then you may have thought things are going to go better, or both of you are going to commit and be in a relationship, but then there's some issues with money and somebody making an excuse. So then to start, it's interesting, something that's touching me. The star is showing up as, yeah, I might be inspired, but I have some obstacles with my goals and with making an arrangement. Some of you say that's what I'm getting, this touchy feeling, and I feel like there might be careful about getting, don't fear it, but getting close to someone where there might just be a physical attraction or this sexual lust kind of thing that might not lead to something that you want. All right, and then I feel like whatever this might be, if you loan somebody something, that person might not really be able to pay you back, or they might not have the intention to. Even if they have the intention to, they might make a splurge and spend on something, and then they're in debt again, so then they need some more time to make up for what they spent, and then that's causing them to be depressed and sad, and it's going to cause you a lot of frustration, and then you're going to wind up breaking up with that person again, because I feel like it's going to wind up happening, and then you're going to miss out on something that you would otherwise have been much happier with if you would have handled this in a different way. I feel if this is an ex that you're dealing with, that's why this may be going on for sure. If this is a new love interest, that's why the blocks might be there, because you're still dealing with the past issue. And then the person that you're dealing with, that could be flipped around as well. They could be dealing with these kind of things as well. I just base this off of how both of you are responding to one another throughout the month. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's a cliche, but I feel like that's what you need to do. Ace of Cups being there, trying to find your own happiness, trying to find joy, trying to find ways to tap into a lot of things that's going to get you away from the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then the Devil showing up right in that little bracket with the Chariot in reverse. Those energies are so intense that there might be fights and arguments and things that happen between both of you, and the battle scars and things like that. Some people take pride in having those things in relationships. Those things may, that's what your partner might like, or you might like these things. It just depends. Not everyone does, but I just feel like these are, you got, let me see, 1, 2, 3 cards of 5. You have the Hierophant, then you have the 5 of Cups, and then the 5 of Swords with the Chariot in reverse. That's the energy of Cancer for some, and then another Taurus. And those energies are really intense of confrontation or struggles with beliefs and how you might handle a relationship. And if you feel like someone is not, you know, on par with what you expect of them, or if you feel like they don't level up to where you would want them to be, that's something that might be pulling you away from that person. So just be aware. I feel like this connection, whoever you might be dealing with, this is like a wait and see. I feel like you need to just be careful with this, because it doesn't, even if the Ace of Cups is there, I love to just say, hey, love is there. That's not what I want to say, because there are too many other things that's going on, variables that you need to be aware of. And this is like a connection that you've tried and tried and tried again, and something is letting you know that if it's not really coming together, either someone is dropping the ball financially or even emotionally, they're not really invested like you need them to be, I really want them to be. All right, so that's going to be a reading for the month of February. Much love to you, much light. I wish you the very best, and you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. So have a good one.